Tonight, I'm spending the night in the Istanbul Renaissance Hotel in Beşiktaş on Barbaros Boulevard. And if you've been watching my channel, you do know that I live in Istanbul, so it's kind of a bit weird to spend the night in a hotel, but I just figured it'd be a cool city escape. And I did buy a specific package for this night that I'm spending. So this does come with a 4-course dinner and then breakfast in the morning. I'll tell you the price at the end of the video, but I'm sure it'll be very exciting, very different. So come spend the night with me at this hotel. This hotel is kind of in the business center of Istanbul. It is kind of in the center, but not in the center, because you still have to take a bus into the main area of Istanbul. But if you're looking for something that's not in the tourist area, I think this would be a good location for you. The Bosporus views are pretty good, except for the crane that's currently here. But other than that, it is a very nice view. You can get this view in many other places in Istanbul, but so far this one I think is pretty affordable, and it's not as noisy as Taksim or Sultan Ahmet area. This area is, like I said, more of a business area, and if you go closer towards the water, into Beşiktaş, it's kind of more like a college town vibes. There's lots of universities around here. You have Yıldız Technical University, and then ITÜ, and then there's another university down by the water, but I forgot what the name of it is. It'll come to me later. Anyway, this location is good. Honestly, you can just take a bus, one of the public buses, and it's right outside of the hotel, and it will take you to Beşiktaş. It would also take you to Kabataş, and there's also a bus that goes to Taksim from here, so very interconnected area. So I just checked into the Renaissance Hotel, which is a Marriott location. So first, let's do a quick little room tour. As you walk into this room, you do have a nice full-length mirror, and then there's also this door right here. It's kind of just a door to the electrical unit, and then there's a outlet here, a random outlet. I don't know what you're going to use it for, but it's there. The rest of the hallway has another closet, which is also kind of awkward because there is the safe that's in here, the ironing board and the iron, and then you do have slippers, but the space is kind of awkwardly laid out. There isn't too much room for that many things. However, there are quite a lot of hangers in case you need them. In the bathroom, you do have a separate kind of area for the toilet, but there is a phone in the toilet area, which is kind of convenient. And then you do have a very nice vanity. I think it's pretty well lit. There is kind of a, magnified mirror for your makeup. It is on the mirror, you cannot move it. The amenities that they give you are a shower cap, we have some cotton buds, and then a makeup cotton pad, then also some lotion and then soap. In the shower area, you do have your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, which is nice. I do like when there are 3 separate bottles and it's not like a 3-in-1 or a 2-in-1 kind of situation. The shower is not that big, but it is kind of spacious, I guess. There is the removable shower head. No waterfall shower though, so your only source of water is from this Now, about the room that I booked, I specifically booked a Bosphorus view room, king size bed. So the selling point for this room is definitely the view. As we walk into the bedroom, you do have a very nice king size bed. The kind of awkward part about this is the shower. The shower does open. You have this glass, so if you really want to enjoy the view, you can open that kind of door and still look out the view to the Bosphorus while you're taking a shower. There are 2 lamps next to the bed, and we do have this phone. It is kind of old, not really recently updated, but that's what's next to the bed. There is also an outlet there for charging overnight. The kind of media setup here, you have your TV. It does greet you if you're a Marriott member, which I am, so your name will be on the TV when you check into your room. The minibar situation, we do have some snacks here. I don't think that they're included with my room rate, but we have the prices here in lira. The chips are 250 lira, fruit juice 195. The Snickers is 220, and I think this setup is a little bit awkward because you have the snacks on the top, and then in here we have the tea and coffee kind of hiding. I think I would have preferred if this was on top and then the snacks were on the bottom. On the other side, we do have the mini fridge with all of the drinks in here. Quite a large selection of mini alcohols. Okay, now for the selling point. The selling point of this room is this view. So this view, you can see quite a lot of Istanbul. That's the first bridge. And then on the other side is Asia. You can kind of see the communications tower on the other side. And then further down this way is Beşiktaş. And then on the bottom we have the road Barbaros, which is a very busy road, but it connects Beşiktaş to Levent and then the shopping center Zorlu. So yeah, that's kind of the room. The hotel experience so far is pretty good. I did have a few problems checking in because the receptionist did not know about the package that I booked, so I just had to call the manager, but the manager confirmed that this package is real and valid. So I will be having dinner later tonight and bring you along with me. So I just finished the 4-course dinner that was included with my room rate as part of the package that I bought. I do want to say that the staff was very friendly. However, they were very unattentive. I started the dinner at 6:30 and I just ended. It's 8:30 now. So it took 4 hours to eat a 4-course meal alone. Like, I wasn't eating with anyone else. I just feel like that's a very long time. Anyway, I started the dinner with 6 different mezes. The mezes were good. They did serve them with some pita bread. The second course was a risotto, and I know that it's difficult to make a risotto, but this risotto, it was just okay. It definitely was not the best risotto that I've had. It was okay.
I feel like it was a little too like citrusy for my taste, but it was okay. I waited about 20 minutes between the risotto and the third course. The third course was a meat dish with asparagus and potatoes. I'm not really like a meat person, but the meat that I was served was very bland. It didn't really like taste like anything. I felt like it could have used a bit more seasoning. The asparagus was good and the potatoes were great, perfectly salted. But the steak was okay. I ate half of it, but it just wasn't to my liking. The fourth course, I would say, was my least favorite. Probably the worst course out of that whole meal. It was a creme brulee cheesecake, and I'm pretty sure the cheesecake tasted like it came out of a box. It was very dry. If you cut into it, it just kind of like fell apart. There was like a little creme brulee topping on the top that just was not necessary. The berries that it was served with were okay. Didn't really like add too much to the flavor because it was just so dry. I would not recommend the cheesecake. Would I recommend going here again? Probably not. It wasn't really the best restaurant, and there are lots of restaurants in Istanbul with the same view or better view and much better food. So I'd highly recommend going to a different place for dinner if you are staying at this hotel. There are lots of dinner places over in Zorlu and in Levant or down in Beşiktaş. You can get lots of different options over there as well.
Okay, so it's the next morning, and we're just going to conclude my stay at the Renaissance here. So, obviously, dinner last night was not the best. The bed was good. Like, I think the bed was very comfortable. They do have a like a pillow. They do have like a pillow mattress and like extra stuff if you want it, like a pillow menu if you want to change the pillow, or if you need extra bed linens, you can ask for them. They have their own little menu. The noise level, silent, honestly. You could not hear a thing last night, so that was good. It was not noisy. The room was a little bit hot, but you can change the temperature in your room. I don't think it does a very good job, but it's there if you want to kind of play around with it. The shower, great water pressure. Also had enough hot water. And I do like the scent of the soap and shampoo. The breakfast this morning, it was just a continental breakfast buffet. Huge variety of stuff, just all the things that you would normally see in that kind of buffet style. There is a fitness center. However, I did not film the fitness center because there were lots of people working out there, so I just felt very awkward filming them, so I didn't film that. There's also a Pilates studio and a pool with a hot tub and sauna. They also do massage and facials here that you can book. The hotel right now is decorated for Christmas, so there are a lot of Christmas trees on every floor. Overall, I would say that my stay here was pretty good. I give it like a 7. Now for the total price, as I said before, this was a package deal to include 4-course dinner, breakfast, and a sea view room. So the total price that I paid was 190 euros, which came to just under 10,000 lira for one night. I think for the price for like the dinner, definitely, if I paid for the dinner on my own, it probably would have been like 3,000 to 4,000 lira on its own, and then the breakfast, continental breakfast, I don't know how much that is, but we'll say it's like 1,000 or 1,500 or something like that. And then the nightly rate for the room is pretty affordable, I think, for this area. You are close to Beşiktaş and the Metro bus interchange station to the M2 line, and plenty of buses to take you wherever you need to go. So I do think this location is pretty good. It's not in the center, as I said before, but it is very centralized in Istanbul. So that's it for today. I will have another video coming up for a couple of other hotels, so stick around for that and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.